Panchagoda is having me speak last today. It's the last offering, but actually we made the first offering today, because this morning we opened up the first in all of ISKCON, the first in the world, global BBT bookshop. Now, this is...
That's the front entrance there. I'm going to go see it today. It's very beautifully done.
It's a little matchbox at the
Small and beautiful.
So this offering to Srila Prabhupada is a culmination of 51 years of ISKCON's preaching all over the world. Because you know that originally Vrindavan was just a little dusty cow town where a lot of cows were here and devotees. But because of Prabhupada's preaching, it's actually become an international hub of spiritual seeking. And with the new government, because they appreciate Vrindavan so much, they appreciate, they have what's called a Krishna circuit. So they've put Prabhupada on the circuit, meaning that anyone who comes now to India, they bring them on this Krishna circuit, and between Delhi and Agra, they bring them all here to Vrindavan. That's all by Prabhupada's mercy. Because Prabhupada was so far thinking. He planned all of this beforehand. He told us that this would happen. But none of us had the vision that Prabhupada had. In 1984, we opened up the International Library in Prabhupada's house because we saw that some foreigners were coming from here and there and we should have some arrangement for them. At that time, there were 55 languages Prabhupada's books had been translated into. Now, by the hard work of the BBT trustees, we have 87 languages. And we're trying to we have about 66 in our new little shop right now. Somehow or other we fit them all in there. And this is because busloads and busloads are coming now to see Srila Prabhupada's temple. They might not know anything about Krishna, nothing at all. But because it's part of the Krishna circuit now, they're all being brought here by the arrangement of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada. They're all coming here and getting purified. And now they'll have the opportunity to get books in their own language so they can go back to their country and become devotees. So that's our first offering of the day. And that's my offering to Srila Prabhupada today. Not just mine, so many devotees, the VMC, the entire temple, the BBT trustees, they gave their blessings. They also sent books. We're getting books in a language called Xhosa and Afrikaans and Pidgin English and Creole and languages that we don't have here in India, but they're sending them all so that they can all be displayed here in our global BBT bookshop. So, begging for the blessings of all the devotees, you bring your foreign devotees here, and now for the first time they'll be able to get books in their languages. Another thing, I just wanted to tell one little pastime, because Gargamuni had mentioned that Prabhupada, he didn't like to take medicine. So I just thought of one pastime here of Vrindavan with Prabhupada that I wanted to share, because most people don't know about this. The temple had just opened, and Prabhupada wanted to make sure that our Govinda's restaurant was up to par. So he wanted to taste everything that they were cooking. So every day a devotee would bring whatever they cooked, and Prabhupada would taste it. He would taste it. So within about 3 days, Prabhupada got sick. And he told us that he's sick now, so we couldn't cook properly for him because he was sick, he couldn't eat. So he would only let us make khichdi and curry and eggplant. So his servant was Upendra at the time, and Upendra and I, we couldn't understand what Prabhupada's goal was, because he kept eating the prasadam from the restaurant. He kept getting sicker and sicker and telling them how to improve it. And then he couldn't eat himself because he was so sick. So we were wondering how to just speak to Prabhupada. That Prabhupada, this isn't making sense. You're just getting yourself sick. So finally, Upendra, he got up the courage. And one afternoon after the lunch, when Prabhupada just took a little bit of khichdi because he was so sick by then, Upendra said to him, Prabhupada, we don't want you to eat this outside prasadam anymore because you're getting sick. And Prabhupada looked at him and he said, we are not Dr. Das, we are Krishna Das. So Prabhupada continued to do exactly as he liked. And he continued to instruct the devotees how to make the restaurant prasadam nice. And he continued to get sicker and sicker until the doctor put him on such a strict regimen. No potatoes, no rice, all the things that Prabhupada ate. But still Prabhupada continued as he liked. He never followed what the doctors told him to do. So that's the determination of Srila Prabhupada. First, he wanted to instruct. And whatever inconveniences it caused him, that's a secondary condition. And he didn't choose to listen to the advice of others. He knew what he had to do. He knew he wanted to accomplish. And now we're experiencing the fruit of all that here. Over 40 years before, Prabhupada gave all the instructions for this temple. Now, one by one, they're all being fulfilled. And at last, we can preach to the foreigners who come here, try to make them into devotees. If not, then they can go back to their countries and become devotees there. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Jai.